Welcome. About the course. I'd like to introduce the course to you. ISOL 533, Information Security and Risk Management. This provides a methodology to identify an institution's information technology assets, the proper way to determine the necessary level of protection required, and techniques for developing budgets for security implementations. I have used the framework of cybersecurity in my lectures for you to study information security and risk management. You will learn the details of risks, threats, and vulnerabilities. You will study the importance of risk management in the organization, including many of the techniques used to manage risks. Many of the current laws are presented with clear descriptions of how they are relevant in organizations. You will learn how to develop a risk management plan. You will discover risk assessments, different risk assessment approaches, including the overall steps in performing a risk assessment. We will cover the importance of identifying assets and then identifying potential threats, vulnerabilities, and exploits against these assets. You will learn about the different types of controls that you can use to mitigate risk. You will discover how to identify and how to plan risk mitigation throughout the organization and convert the risk assessment into a risk management plan. You will create risk mitigation plans, business impact analyses, business continuity plans, disaster recovery plans, and computer incident response team plans. Let's walk through the syllabus. Upon completion of this course, you will be able to describe the components of an effective organizational risk management program, describe the process of performing risk assessments, identify assets and activities to protect within an organization, explain the basic concepts of need for risk management. The learner outcome is for students to examine risk management strategies for protecting assets. This is an online course. Access to the course website is available through the online portal of the University of the Cumberlands. The textbook is Managing Risk and Information Systems by Gibson. The publisher is Jones and Bartlett Learning, and the publication date is 2021. The academic dishonesty policy. As a Christian liberal arts university, we are committed to the pursuit of truth and understanding. Any active academic dishonesty is not tolerated. The common forms of academic dishonesty include cheating, lying, and plagiarism. Episodes of academic dishonesty are reported to the Vice President of Academic Affairs, and the potential penalty for academic honesty includes a failing grade on an assignment, a failing grade for the course, suspension or expulsion, or revocation of a degree. The attendance policy. Course enrollment and participation will be monitored and verified for everyone during the first 2 weeks of class. Lack of participation during this time might jeopardize your enrollment status, so each student is expected to meet course expectations by completing the coursework required each week. Participation policy. Study after study has linked successful academic performance with class participation, so those who assume positions of responsibility must show up in order to be effective. Therefore, students are expected to actively participate in intelligent discussion of assigned topics. Disability accommodations. The University of Cumberland accepts students with certified disabilities and provides reasonable accommodations. For accommodations, contact the Disability Services Coordinator. Academic appeal. Both undergraduate and graduate students have the right to challenge a grade. First, discuss the grade with me, your instructor. Then discuss the grade with the department chair, and then you can file a formal appeal with the Vice President of Academic Affairs. Student responsibilities. Students should use the University of the Cumberland's email system, check your email and class announcements daily, demonstrate Cumberland's character in and out of the classroom per the university mission and vision, ensure you have consistent required technology for the course, participate in your courses regularly to find announcements and updates, complete your assignments on time, keep in mind that deadlines use Eastern Standard Time, engage in discussions, connect with your fellow students and faculty, present your work in an academic and professional way, take exams during the designated dates and times, Contact me, your faculty member, or your student success coordinator with any questions or concerns. Students are expected to review any assigned reading material, complementary materials, and weekly lectures and prepare responses to assignments. Actively participate in activities, assignments, and discussions. Evaluate and react to each other's works in a supportive and constructive way. Complete specific assignments and exams when specified and in a professional manner. Utilize Learn technologies for class assignments. Connect content knowledge from core courses to practical training, placement, and activities. Deadlines and due dates. Recognize that a large part of professional life is meeting deadlines. It is necessary to develop time management and organizational skills. Failure to meet the course deadlines may result in penalties. Keep in mind that all deadlines are Eastern Standard Time. Late assignments will not be accepted. Writing expectations. Learning outcomes for candidates' writing competencies include clarity of thought, discernment and planning and organization, and integration of evidence and criteria. The instructor expects that students will have knowledge of appropriate forms of documentation and use it when appropriate. APA format is used, and it's required of style notation to credit all sources that are not your own. There is a craft to writing. Spelling, grammar, punctuation, and diction, or word usage, are all tools of that craft. Writing at the collegiate level will show careful attention to these elements of craft. Work that does not exhibit care with regard to these elements will be considered as inadequate for college writing and graded accordingly. All assignments, unless otherwise instructed, should be written in APA style. In this course, you will be evaluated on exams. Each exam will consist of multiple choice, multiple answer, matching, and/or true-false questions. Each item is derived primarily from lectures and readings. Exams are available through the online system. Homework assignments, discussions, and quizzes. Assignments, discussions, and quizzes will be given throughout the term. Each quiz will include multiple choice answers, short answers, matching, and true-false quizzes, questions. Quiz items are primarily from lectures and readings. Quizzes are available in the online system. Assignments and discussions come from the course lectures, materials, and required reading assignments. Labs. Virtual labs are going to be assigned weekly to complement the required readings. The practical connection assignment. This is a written assignment where you will reflect upon the course concepts and apply this to your working environment. The risk management plan. This is a multi-part, semester-long project to develop a real-world risk management project. This course includes virtual labs to practice what you learn about security and risk management. As you work through the virtual lab guide, you'll be periodically instructed to create deliverables at key steps. There are two types of deliverables: screen captures and short answers. Each deliverable is represented by a red box containing the specific instructions for that deliverable. To access the steps, you'll first start by clicking on Start Lab. For screen capture deliverables, you create your screen capture by clicking on the camera icon in the upper right-hand corner of the red box. When you click the camera icon, the system will automatically save a screenshot of your current virtual machine and save it to your lab report. At this point, the deliverable box will turn green, and the progress bar at the top of the lab will advance. Note, you don't have to use the screen capture keys on your keyboard. You're going to use the camera icon on the screen. This is not your typical screen capture that you use. You want to capture the screen using that camera icon. If you need to review your screen capture, click the camera icon again. From the resulting dialog box, you can also delete your screen capture if you make a mistake or you want to retake it. For short answer deliverables, you can respond to the prompt by clicking the edit icon. It's also in the upper right-hand corner of the box. This action will open a dialog box containing a text field where you can type your answer. When you save your answer, the dialog box will turn green and the progress bar will advance. If you need to edit your response, click it again. Answer the question completely. You can be brief, but be thorough. When you're finished with your lab session, it'll show 100% complete. You can click on the disconnect button in the upper right-hand corner of the lab. It will look like this. This will close your lab view. You'll be prompted to save your work or discard your changes. Be sure to save your work. Create new save, state save, or overwrite state save will enable you to resume a lab where you left off. It will retain any changes you've made to the virtual machine during your lab session. Discard changes is going to erase any changes you made to the virtual machines and require you to start the lab from scratch. A state save will save any changes you made to the virtual machine during your lab, but it will not restore any open applications. If you intend to create a state save, be sure to end your lab session at a logical stopping point. By default, you're allowed one state save per lab, which can be updated or overwritten as many times as you like, and each state save will remain available for 10 days. If it's not updated after 10 days, it's going to be deleted. Once you exit out of your virtual environment, the landing page should be available anytime to open the lab report. Click on the View Lab Report link, and the report will open up in a new window. Then you can download a PDF version of the computer lab report by clicking on the Adobe icon in the upper right-hand corner of the lab report. If you use Google Chrome, the file will download automatically. Last, upload PDF to Blackboard to submit your assignment. The Options menu on the LabVIEW toolbar contains some different functions you may need during your lab session. Run the system checker. As noted, the system checker may be accessed at any time from the Options menu. Reload the lab. If your connection would stall, you can reload your lab without losing any progress. Reset the lab. If you want to erase your changes and revert back to its base state, you can reset your lab. Extend the lab. The lab exercises do not need to be completed in a certain amount of time, but each lab has a built-in timer to ensure sessions are not left open indefinitely. If you need more time than default 2 hours, you can extend your lab session by up to 90 minutes. And then technical support. Use this form to submit a ticket to the technical support team. The technical support team is available 24/7 to help troubleshoot common issues. Note that 24/7 support is level 1 only. They can't assist with questions about lab content or software used in the lab. If you've identified an error in the lab guide or a problem with environment, your ticket will be escalated up to Jones and Bartlett Learning. In the meantime, try resetting the lab or reach out to me for assistance. Unpin toolbar. This hides your LabVIEW toolbar. This option may be helpful if you have a smaller screen. Once you exit out of the virtual environment, the landing page should be accessible when you view the lab report. Click on View Lab Report, and the report will open up in a window. Here you can download that PDF version and load it to the Blackboard submission area. I look forward to working with you. Let's get started.